Hey everyone, Tyrant Caloran here with some quick tips for newbies coming to Top War. If you haven't seen my review yet, I highly recommend taking a moment and watching it. As a quick refresher, Top War is a strategy mobile game with merge mechanics for upgrading your buildings and your units. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to help support the channel. Without further delay, let's get into it. Tip 1. Watch your ads. I know, ads are boring. But you can watch 20 videos a day. If you watch 5 of them from your harvester, that's 24 hours of having your buildings auto-harvest their coins for you. Watching videos also doubles various rewards, like an extra unit the first time you merge for an upgrade. So, they're totally worth that 30 seconds. It also adds up over time for your combat power, and that's really what you're going to need on this game. Tip number 2. Do your quest. This should be obvious, but doing your dailies along with your campaign task will give you the resources and experience you desperately need to advance your level and increase your abilities. You'll level up far faster finishing these quests to get a quick boost on upgrade materials for your research than you will by mindlessly grinding NPCs on the world map. Tip number 3. You're still going to grind NPCs. While they are not going to directly power level you, you are still going to grind NPCs for research materials. That's going to be the Rebel Armed Forces and Separatist regimes for residence, land, and naval upgrades, and the mercenary organizations for Land Force and Navy Force merge, as well as general R&D drops. Pick what you're going to work on, and grind until you can do some upgrades. Stop long enough to pop those upgrades, and just keep going until it takes 7 or 8 battles to get enough drops. Just think, doing this means you gotta drag less units around to do those merges. Tip number 4. Don't neglect upgrading units and buildings to current maximums. While it may be tempting to hold off for a level or two on upgrading those units, it makes fighting stronger opponents harder, if not impossible. And since you get 1 more research material per NPC level, it makes sense to stay current on your units. Finally, tip number 5. Pace yourself, unless you love burning out. Like most mobile games, it takes a long time to become viable. Take breaks, change games, do something in real life, but just don't sit here all day playing just because you're trying to catch up to the front of the pack. Too many other players are going to be doing that already. Instead, move at your own pace and leave this where the game is still enjoyable. I spent 4 hours last night in one session, and while I feel like I made decent progress on the game from where I had left off when I had first reviewed it, I don't really feel like that was a really enjoyable use of my time. This might be because at the early game I'm not useful to an alliance, and it feels like I'm just grinding the same buttons to raise numbers in this endless loop. But I know part of that's just fatigue from staring at the same screen for so long. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video so far, hit that like button. I also stream generally on Wednesdays and sometimes the weekends, about 5 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, and I'll see you in game.